Smoke wins.
What is up, guys? Mega Matt here, and this is a different kind of pickups video. I wanted to show you a pickup I recently had last month that was definitely interesting. This is probably the most I've spent on a pickup. The guy had a ton of stuff, but the sad, unfortunate event is he was a heavy smoker, and was unaware of that until I met up with him and got all the stuff. But what I'm going to show you is if you do get some games or systems or anything that from a smoking house or smoke, I'll show you a pretty fairly easy method, which some of you probably already know, but to get the smoke smell out of the games, because it's very hard to clean the games. You can clean the games really good and they'll still smell like smoke. But I do have one method, and that's why you guys are seeing this giant bin in front of me. But what you do is you get a whole box of dryer sheets. These are Gain dryer sheets is what I use for my laundry. But all you do is you take the games, the systems, cords, whatever, and you take dryer sheets and you wrap them in the you wrap them up and make sure that everything is covered. Then after that, what you're going to do is, it's depending how big of or how many games you have, systems, whatnot, you want to enclose them in some sort of container like this giant container I have here, or you can use Ziploc bags, anything that's has like a tight seal so that the smell of the dryer sheets stays intact. And I think they say it's like 3 days you're supposed to leave them in. I usually leave them in for about a week, depending how strong the smoke smell is. And as you can tell by this, I had a lot of stuff, and I used almost at least half a box of dryer sheets. You know, you can get dryer sheets anywhere, grocery store, Amazon, whatever. If you do your own laundry, you're probably using dryer sheets. But it's just interesting. I remember I saw this method, I want to say at least it's been a couple of years, 5 years ago maybe, from another older YouTuber that I used to watch who doesn't make videos anymore. But yeah, and then it's crazy how this works. It works. It literally takes the smoke smell right out of the stuff, so you can keep it on your shelf, or you don't store it. You don't have to worry about storing it outside of everywhere, so that all your other stuff doesn't smell like smoke. The systems are a little bit trickier than actual games, but I'm going to show you the systems I got first, and I did just a quick dryer sheet thing. You can hear my cat in the background. He just loves to be... Oh, you got a toy there, bud? Okay. He says hi. Forgive me how I'm filming this. I'm using my hands. Still working on getting a new PC. So anyway, sidetrack. So what I got from him is, we got an NES, and you can just tell. Look how dark this is. You could tell he definitely smoked, or it was stored in an area with smoke. There is a way to take the coloring out. I know how to do that. It's very complicated and time consuming. I shouldn't say it's complicated, but you have to do like what's called light brighting, where you take UV lights and you have whatever. You can look it up on YouTube. Other YouTubers have done it. I just don't do that. I don't have the time, nor do I have the supplies to do that. But that will take the dark beige color out of the system and will make it white, kind of like how the door is. So We have an NES. This is what I was mainly excited about in this deal. We have a TurboGrafx 16, but this has the Turbo Booster, which is awesome because you can use AV to play the Turbo instead of just regular RF, which is very awesome. So I will be definitely, I have a TurboGrafx already, but I am taking this for my Turbo. And then this definitely was kind of the highlight, which we got a Sega Genesis with a Sega CD attachment. This is very, very dirty. I still need to what I need to do is open these systems up and do the dryer sheet method and do like a deep cleaning, because I could tell the smoke was still there a little bit after I used all the dryer sheets, but if you open the systems up, air them out and everything, you'll definitely get the smell out. And definitely these I did a quick cleaning for the video, but these definitely could use like a nice cleaning on the systems. But so I haven't gotten around to test a lot of the stuff yet, just because I've been crazy busy and everything. But the games is what the highlight of this pickup is, obviously. I mean, the systems are amazing and everything, but so I have this CD case. This is from my collection. This came with a bunch of loose Sega CD games. Unfortunately, they were all loose, but we got some good stuff. Let's start off with Sega Classics Arcade Collection. We have Heimdall. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Rise of the Dragon. Dark Wizard, Eternal Champions, Sherlock Holmes. I've never played any of these games, so I have no idea how they are. Ground Zero Texas, 2-disc game. We have Jaguar 220. I have no idea. Jaguar, like the car. Of course, every Sega CD collection seems to have Sewer Shark. Lethal Enforcers. Dungeon Master 2 Skullkeep, or is it Dungeon 2 Master? I'm not sure how I'm saying that right. Wolfchild, it's an interesting one. Echo the Dolphin. Kids on Site. I have no idea. It's kids game. Mickey Mania, The Timeless Adventures of Mickey Mouse. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Okay, I was unaware of that. Corpse Killer, that's classic. Tomcat Alley. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. And the last game is kind of looks like a music CD of just some Sega games, I guess. And then I have one, the TurboGrafx only came with one game, which is kind of a bummer, but it's Aero Blasters. This guy I bought this stuff from says he has more in a storage unit. I'm not 100% sure. It's been about 3 weeks since I've heard from him, so I'm not sure if he found any more games or anything. He said he would let me know, but do I get more from him? I mean, granted, the situation with the smoke, I've kind of codenamed this whole thing of me cleaning this Operation Smoke, because it was pretty crazy. So, regular Nintendo, got some good ones here. We got Grey Kart Legend of Zelda, Goonies 2, Friday the 13th. Apologize for the camera again. Super Mario Brothers 2. Excite Bike. Total Recall. Castlevania. Just regular Castlevania, but this is the 5-screw variant, which is kind of neat. You don't really see that too often. It goes for about the same amount. It's not really that rare. Mario Duck Hunt. Paperboy, 8 Eyes, and the last game is Jaws on the NES. And one thing I forgot to mention is the pins. I did do like deep cleaning on all the pins on these games, and my goodness, these were probably the dirtiest games I've ever cleaned. I used probably at least 2 to 3 Q-tips on each game to clean the pins, so definitely crazy. But then the best part of the lot is the Genesis games. Other thing I haven't shown that I had mentioned, the Nintendo came with 2 controllers, 2 zappers, no controllers for the Turbo Graphics, which I thought was kind of odd. That's why I'm wondering if he's got more, like he said he has more in the storage unit. But then the Genesis came with 2 controllers, but this is the wireless controllers. I've never seen these before. These are legit. These are Sega legit controllers. They're wireless. They take batteries. Then you plug this in the system and the little sensor thing. So definitely different. Never seen that before. But let's just get on to the games. Genesis games. We got a ton of Genesis games. I'll start with the loose games first. Some games were missing, which is unfortunately, but we have loose copy of Taz, Escape from Mars, Spider-Man, X-Men, and Terminator 2. So those were the loose games. However, we have a ton of clamshell boxes. I'll start with this one, which is very unfortunate. This did not have the game in it, and I didn't realize it until after the deal. I did message him, and he said he would look for it. However, he hasn't found it yet. But I saw this, and I was like, oh my goodness. But we got Gunstar Heroes, but unfortunately, manual's a little bent, but no game, which is unfortunate. That's okay. I will definitely find this game somewhere and complete it. I kind of wanted to play it too because I've never played Gunstar Heroes. But moving on, we got what is this? Atomic Runner. Never seen this before. That one is complete. And a lot of these games are complete. There's only a few that are missing manuals. We got a copy of X-Men, but definitely cool. The amount of games this guy had was Genesis. Shaq Fu, and I believe it's like a poster or something. Oops. As it coming out. Yeah, not the greatest, right? Subterranea. That one is complete. I'm trying to open these with one hand. This one I know is not complete. Chicon, I think that's how you say it. Just a loose copy, but still pretty cool. Don't worry, guys, they get better. Cyborg Justice. Complete. This one's interesting. Shadow of the Beast 2. Electronic Arts game. Never heard of it. That one is missing the manual, unfortunately. And another interesting one. Blades of Vengeance. And that one does have a manual. We have Bob. Yeah, Bob the robot. Complete. With little extras. Another game I've never seen before. Techno Clash. Like, just the amount of the obscure like games I've never heard of. Of course, I did not grow up with the Genesis, so that's probably why I don't know a lot of these. I know this one. Cardboard copy of Vector Man. That one is complete, even though it's kind of hard to do this with one hand. Manual is behind there, but these games are very clean, like, copies too. Like, the labels aren't crazy damaged or anything. This game was not in the box. It was, I think Spider-Man was in here, but Little Mermaid, or Ariel, the Little Mermaid, just the box and manual. This is kind of rough condition box, but we've got The Last Crusader, That one is in there. Has the manual as well, but the box has seen a lot better days. We have Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. Complete. Still got quite a few left. What is this? The Adventures of Mighty Max. I believe this one... Yes, this one does have a manual and a postcard. Oh, this is a classic. Ghouls and Ghosts. Definitely a really fun... I actually like this version of Ghouls and Ghosts. Genesis version is pretty cool. Toxic Crusaders. This is kind of a hard one to find as well. That one is complete. Oh yes, Castlevania Bloodlines. This is probably at least my top 3 Castlevania games. I really like this version of Castlevania Bloodlines. Really, really fun game. If you haven't tried it out, definitely give it a whirl. Mystic Defender. I have no idea. It's complete. I've never heard of this. I don't know. Another heavy. Mega Turrican. Like I said, this guy had very nice selection of Genesis games. This one is missing the manual, unfortunate, but very hard shoot 'em up to find. Wings of War. Very basic label. Ranger X. Again, never played it. No idea. We have... What is this? Truxton. This is a very uncommon shoot 'em up to find as well. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, that was hard to open. That is complete. A very obscure shooter. Sagaya? Is that how you say that? Sagaya? That one is complete. Believe so, yes. Beware the ultimate evil of Warlock. No clue what that's about. Like I said, you guys that are Sega fanatics, you're probably screaming at the screen. Alien Storm, another nice little... It's just like a run and gun, I assume? Yeah. What do we got? Eternal Champions. Really, this is more of a common game that you see. I see this more often than anything. This was unfortunate. I only saw the spine of this game when I picked it up, and that is Rastin Saga 2, and it's unfortunately missing all the other art. But it is got the manual and the game inside, which is nice. We have a copy of Valis. Definitely an obscure one to find. The manual is kind of beat up, unfortunately. We're almost done, guys. We've got The Revenge of Shinobi. Another good game. 4 more, I think. Tinhead. No idea what the heck. Okay, that one is complete. Batman Returns. Just another one I typically see. 2 more. They're both very common games, too. We have a copy of Aladdin. And the last game, Jurassic Park. But yeah, that is what I got from this guy. I tried. He was not letting these go for cheap, obviously. It's the most I've paid out of a pickup so far, but I will hopefully recoup most of my money. So, and yeah, I know probably some of you who are interested in some of these games, just hit me up, let me know. But that's it. That's the Smokey Operation Smoke lot is what I would call that. Like I said, the systems are going to need more cleaning, and I will definitely test everything. The games are very thoroughly cleaned out. So, but yeah, if you got dryer sheets laying around and some Smokey games, give this a try and let me know if it works. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time. Take care.